That time, boy. Bruh, I'm so ready for football season to come back. My goodness. All right, I've been trying and testing out the RSCP3. It was RPCS3 PS3 Emulator. For the most part, it's been playing pretty good. They actually said that the APF or All Pro Football had issues to where it wouldn't get past the intro, but for some people it works, some people it don't. I think it really depends on your computer. And I think you may, of course, you may make sure you have all the right files and just different type of stuff. But we're playing against the. I'm putting the Texans against the Vikings. And some teams may have issues loading into the game, so that's why you need to get King Havo's editor to make sure that you're doing everything properly and right. I actually like to play on side camera, so this is my preference. Bam. Bring it around. But yeah, I actually prefer to to play on side camera. I kind of play like that in every video game. I don't. I tried to use Madden's broadcast camera, but I can't really play on their broadcast camera because of it. It only shows you like the backfield and stuff. Up here, you can see a little bit about on one side, of course, on the upper side, you can see about uh, 30 yards down the field, maybe 40 yards down the field. But on the tight side, which is the bottom side, you can only see a couple feet down. About 10, 15 yards down the field. Oh, bounce! It's a good angle. That was a really good angle. But if you guys don't know about All Pro Football, man, you definitely missing out. This is a classic, but it's still the best football game out to this day. I like ESPN 2K5 a little bit better because of the franchise and the presentation, but this game wasn't made with the NFL license. So gameplay wise, this one has that one beat. I should have just hit the hole. I'm tripping. But gameplay wise, this one has that one beat. But it really all depends on what you trying to what type of gameplay you like. I can't really play Madden no more, man, and which kind of brought me back to my first love, which is this, because I downloaded Madden and I tried to oh, let's get it, beautiful. I tried to play it, but within three, probably within like 5, 10 minutes, I realized it was the same exact engine. It was just a tad bit looser, but I just couldn't play it, man. It just felt if anybody plays Madden and knows Madden, they know that it is a very scripted game, and because it's very scripted, the gameplay and everything is just very limited. Great defense. That was great coverage on that one. But they know that the gameplay is very scripted, and when you have very scripted gameplay, um, it's it. I can honestly say it's very you can't really do as much as you normally would like to do, if that makes sense. All right, he got him on that out. I shouldn't even be passing to that side much. I can barely see over there. When I'm passing to that bottom side on side camera, I try to just kind of peep the defense out beforehand to kind of get an idea of where everybody's going to be at. And there's sometimes I can get an open look before the play even start. Of course, I mean that's what quarterbacks do anyways. They kind of figure out where they're going to go before the play start, unless there's a change of plans. But these rosters are not fully updated. If any of you guys are wondering, these are PS3 rosters. There are Xbox 360 rosters out there. They're not fully updated. They're kind of like from the end of last year with some rookies and stuff up there. But they I think that was mostly from last year, but it's if you check on simheads.com, it's the same place that you can get the All Pro Football Editor, which was made by King Havo. He has a ton of YouTube videos giving like just detailed descriptions and everything on how you do all of that. But I don't know why they gave everybody that Walter Payton high step. I think they need to. I think some players that came on default by them, or they probably used Walter Payton and it end up changing his stuff. But we need to get that taken off. But if you guys are in the Discord channel for the All Pro Football Editor, you can actually be able to take advantage of some of the rosters that people are putting out there. Like I said, they're not fully done. These rosters aren't fully updated, but there are about 8 to 9 teams that is literally up to date that was made within like the past couple weeks. But preseason isn't over. But on All Pro Football, you can only have about 42 players. You can't have the full 53. So you're gonna have a lot of third screen positions that just won't make the cut. So for the most part, if any changes do need to be made, it will only be changes of like players who were third screen that move up to second screen, or players who were not necessarily on the roster, but there's room for them to actually get up there. But I don't think anybody's going to be making any major changes unless a player becomes like an impact player and he needs to be put on the team. Then that's when you kind of consider that. Good run stop. But anybody who plays this game, you know that you're going to get a lot more of a sim type of play from it, mainly because of just how fluid the physics is in this game. It really accounts for realistic physics. I haven't noticed much physics that account for too much of size, to where if a person is like much bigger, that you notice the weight difference when the point of contact happens, but you do notice the physics when there's contact, tackling, passing, just overall movement. You are free and autonomous to move however you please in this game, down to the details, to where it's kind of like why I stopped playing Madden for a couple years, is because you don't get that feeling. It doesn't give you the free autonomous type of. I don't even, because Madden 15, I think it was either Madden 15 or Madden 25, but I know for a fact it was 15 that they tried out a different type of engine. Like they loosened up everything. Everything wasn't stuck in these crazy webs and stuff, and it kind of played like backbreaker, to where like backbreaker. If got a lane, put the speed on him. I had to take that out. Well, I didn't have to. I could have just let him get tackled, but we had a flag. But it kind of played like backbreaker, and to where players kind of floppy disks all over the place when they got hit. But that's not bad though, because it feels real when the contact happens. Like there's real reaction. Oh, I think I had a nice little cutback. Great defense. I couldn't even get there. That was great defense. But it feels real when it happens, that you don't really even notice it though. And that's kind of the one thing that Madden has lacked, is that they try so hard to focus on graphics that the gameplay just sucks, man. It seems like everybody in the field is caught in this endless loop of animations. Got him. Good defense. Dang, I should have lofted that over top. I bullet past that. That was stupid. Man. Yeah, I shouldn't have. Dang, he had him beat too. I should have put it on top of him, bro. All right, that's on me. But now Madden, the issue with it is that their system is so like closed in and webbed, to where like everything affects everything on the field. It's not just like a player that's free roaming and autonomously moving, and everybody else has assignments. It's almost like all of them are webbed together in like this animation, and it even turns out sometimes being scripted. And I remember a couple years ago, I think it was Madden. It was probably last year. I had, every year I download the demo to give Madden a try, because my hope is that some things change and that they decided to just free their system up. But I played it last year, and I think I was playing online, and they kind of put the NCAA settings in there that was way back in 14. They've been putting it in the newer Maddens to where you can change conservative or aggressive, whatever suits your fancy. And bruh, no lie, I literally set my D-line to conservative to kind of keep them from jumping off sides. And the person did a good pass. and the person did a run play, and I think I was playing online when the game first came out. But the person did a run play, bro, and I lie to you not, my whole line got flattened down like pancakes on the floor, and it all happened at the exact same time. My whole D line, I was running like a 5-2, so all like every last one of them got flattened down like a pancake on the ground, bro, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what the crap? So literally at that point, I was like, bro, I'm not playing this no more. I was done. I give it a try every year, but once I feel the same type of system and the same type of like scripted and animation, all that type of stuff, I just turn it off, bro. So this year when Madden came out, I really had a desire to play football because I've been missing football season. Period. I've been playing football my whole life, and I just love football. But I mostly just play 2K now. It's 2K basketball, but I decided to hop back into All Pro because I play it sometimes just like when I'm bored, and I had it on PS3. But I decided to look out there to see if there's any people that's in the community that's creating rosters, and that's when I found out about King Havo, the roster creator or editor, and he only sells it for like $25. So if you want to get one, definitely go to Simheads and check it out. But I mean, that thing is a beast, man. It's beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. And there's a ton of people in the Discord channel that are working on PS3 rosters. We're not coordinated together, but you know, some guys are working on teams and other guys are working on teams. And if you are paying attention, you can just kind of grab those rosters and those teams from other players, and kind of, you know, touch them up to your liking of how you think things should be. Because not everybody's roster is going to be the same. Some of those guys don't even base their rosters on. They kind of go based off of their own judgment from watching highlights and YouTube videos and different type of stuff to create them. So I was planning on just going based off of Madden's. The rosters or the teams that I have made so far, the changes that I have made, I go purely based off of Madden's rosters and ratings and my knowledge of the players since I watch a lot of football. But the only reason why I do that is because I know that Madden has a team of people that do their ratings. And while also some of their stuff is biased based on people's popularity, for the most part, they seem to be somewhat spot on with most of the players. And if they are, I mean, I should just use that as my template and make changes where I feel they need to be made. So, man, they drove down the field on me, bro. My goodness. But man, all pro football, bro. I put him offside. Let me get him down. That probably could have been blocked since the guy came up a little slow. But all pro football is the undeniable classic of football games, bro. I can't believe it's like 10, 11 years old. I literally felt like this just came out just a couple years ago, but it's so old. I still play NCAA 14. And I felt like that came out years ago, but even that junk is still old, bro. It's crazy. Let's get it. Oh, got a lane. Oh, great defense. Man, this game has some of the best kickoff and kick return blocking that I have ever seen in any football game. It's kind of crazy, bro. Look at this joint. First kickoff was fire, but look at this, dude. If you look how they, of course, they form a wall, because I don't think you can do that in the NFL now. I think it's probably illegal now. But if you see, they form a wall. But even if you don't form a wall, just the blocking is fire. And look, everybody flows to one side. They're not all just spreading out to create these different lanes. They're trying to create a pathway for the runners to run through. And as you can see, realistically, even the people on this side of the field is kind of somewhat keeping their assignments for the most part. But if they see somebody come over here, of course, they will start going back that way. But I was originally going to cut it back, like to go off of this guy's block right here. But when I saw that gap open up, because if I had went off his block and cut it back like this way around here, I would have had some green grass and there would have only been about 2 to 3 people chasing me. But when I saw this lane open up right here, my aim was to try to go right here and then bam, hit the sideline. And as you can see, this thing is perfect. This looks like a real NFL lane, bro. When you look at it, look at that, real NFL lane. Sorry about that. Look at that, bam. But they had good recovery on that. He got off that block, and blam, made the tackle. That's pretty good though. But this game has some of the most fire kick return blocking that I've ever seen in a football game, and it's actually very fun to play because of it. Oh, I shouldn't have did a little hizzy on that. That is one of my most prized moves. It's like that little that they put in this game. They got that little Le'Veon Bell hesitation. So when you get the ball, your running back is not just mindlessly running to the hole. You can actually control him from the moment that you touch the ball, which in Madden you can't really do that. Which is why, I talk about a lot of the plays being scripted, because it is like when you're running against the ball, and if somebody on defense so happens to beat their man off the ball before right when the ball is snapped, you're getting tackled in the backfield, and you didn't even have to touch your controller. But up here, oh, cut back. Put that Miller speed on them. Bang, bang. And I got on a rookie, too, so it'll be a little bit easier to score. But look at that cutback, bro. Bam. Jump over him. Hit that open lane. I don't like the player models that much. I've always felt that way, even when the game first came out. But it was made in 2008. I mean, how much better could you do? But I know Madden's player models at that time was just fire. They had some of the best. And even to this day, Madden's player models are fire, dude. It's just the gameplay is just so horrible. But I'll take bad player models and cartoony like graphics for good football playback, which is why I've been playing this game for so long. And mind you, if you guys want to get it, bro, y'all might want to hurry up, because people are buying this game. Yeah, but people keep buying this game, so I think the price of it is going up because of it. But we shall wait and see. 1 second. And some people say it's actually sold out for one of their consoles. I can't remember which console it was. But some people said they actually can't can't actually get the game. Look at that blocking. Oh, they missed one right there, but I like how they perform that nice little wall / wedge. I'm back. I had to tend to a little something. Man, the Vikes, man, they about to put it on me, bro. But for those who are looking for updated rosters, we haven't fully completed it yet. Um, and I'm saying we like we're a team, but we're not. It's just guys who just working on them teams of their own leisure at their own. Because I think everybody's trying to complete their own complete roster, but people have been using other people's files to help them do that. And I've, like I said earlier, I've been using other people's files to help me be able to fix that. Now, you could. Oh, he jumped off sides. Dean. That should have been picked. But you could actually, with this, you could play it in 4K. I'm playing it on 1080p because there's no reason to really play it in 4K. It pretty much looks the same if you using it on a 1080p screen. And for this game, the 4K is more so of an upscaling. It doesn't actually change the actual resolution of the game. It just upscales it to where it looks more cleaner and crisp. But in my case, it'll probably just you wouldn't be able to really notice the difference. So now, for those who are having issues with All Pro Football on the emulator, there could be various amount of issues. So you probably want to hit up the devs or the people that's in the RPCS3 Discord channel to try to help you out. They didn't really help me out much, to be honest with you. Some of them did, but some of them didn't really. It was just kind of like a bunch of I don't know. I think I probably didn't have the actual devs or anybody actually talking to me and trying to help me out. Somebody tried to wonder whether or not I pirated the game, and then not only that, people was uh, talking about, because I mean, of course, you shouldn't pirate games unless you only do that or get a game if you actually own the copy or own the actual game. But yeah, somebody that was asking me about pirating the game, and then it was talking about some other stuff, but none of it actually helped me out with my actual issue. It's just people just kept saying and putting a little guessy faces. So I actually found more help with this game, the All Pro Football. I found more help with it in the actual APFE Discord channel that was created by King Havel. You can find that on Simheads. But I found more help in that because there are people who's actually playing the same game that I am, and they let me know how they got through their problems. Now, some people can't use the emulator because it didn't work for them, but then some people say it works just fine for them too as well. So then this dude keep jumping off sides, bro. But some people said the emulator actually worked for them. So, um, I think it really depends on your graphics card and your memory. See, because when you're using the emulator, you'll notice that they tell you to put the settings and everything on Vulkan. But when you do that, I was trying to figure out why my graphics card kept, why everything wasn't working because it kept lagging out whenever I try to open the game up. But then I realized I was looking through all of my different graphic cards, and I saw something. My Intel graphics card had something that said enable Vulkan settings or something like that, but my Nvidia graphics card didn't. And I actually have two graphic cards in my computer. This is my computer. It's an i7 computer, and I have an Nvidia. I think it's an Nvidia GeoForce 1030 or something. I can't remember. And I have an Intel graphics card too as well. I can't remember the exact thing for the Intel graphics card, but this is running on the Intel now. I had to actually go into the RSCP3 settings and change the graphics card from the Nvidia one to the Intel one, which I figured the Nvidia would run it just fine, but it didn't. So I changed it to the Intel one, and bam, it popped right up. So it still had a little bit of issues because of other files and stuff, but that was really nothing to do with me. That's because of files and stuff that I had to download and upgrade on the actual emulator. And they updated the emulator too as well, which actually helped it to work out just fine, which was perfect for me. But let me take them back a little bit. Oh, good spin. But these rosters are not fully done. They still have a good amount of work that needs to be edited. I mean, I got all the teams' jerseys and different type of stuff, and um, I was trying to use the Dolphins, but it gave me an issue kind of loading into the game. But with the Finns, their jerseys are. I had to kind of give them that little bit more of an aqua blue type of feel because everybody that created them gave them teal and green jerseys. And if anybody watches the Dolphins or is a Dolphin fan, like I am, you know that our jerseys are not green no more. Neither are they teal. They're actually a little bit more of an aqua type of color now. But it's kind of hard to find that color anywhere, because even when you see in the video games, they don't always get the like in other places they don't always get the jersey color straight on. So I made a color to what I felt was as close as possible to the Dolphins' colors, and our colors are a lot more blue now than they are green. Which I actually like our modern jerseys. Them junks is pretty fire, but it also looks cool when they wear them throwbacks too. But when I finish the rosters, I will post them. But just a heads up, my rosters are actually based on. Uh, my rosters are actually based on. It's based. I would say it's going to be based on Madden's ratings. And I know some of the people in the APF community won't like that. But the only reason why I'm basing it on Madden's ratings is because one is easier and quicker to do because you have the numbers and everything there. Also, too, as well, there's multiple people and multiple judgment working on Madden's rosters. It's not just one person going off their own discretion because, people could show a little bit more favoritism towards their team or players that they often watch and kind of leave out the players that they don't. Oh, that was a beautiful cutback lane. See, you don't get this type of stuff in Madden, man. Look at this cutback lane. If you look at that. He was originally going to go to his hole. The blocking was beautiful. You see how this line immediately gets to the right blocking assignments. And look, this right here, double team. He didn't have anybody, so he went to actually double team his man to create a cutback lane or a hole. I think this is a safety. He's filling this gap right here, but this gap is going to be somewhat closed off, which you can get something in there, but this just looks like an NFL setup of a run. You could get something in there, but look at that. He connects with his man. You do have a hole right here. But my initial thought is that this guy, he was going to initially tackle me somewhere right here at this point of contact. So I saw him going over with his back turned on this hole or on this lane, and bam. All you got to do if you got good vision, which of course when you're playing on the sideline camera, you can actually see this stuff a little bit better. But if you got good vision, you just turn it upfield. And mind you, he don't just glitch and turn around. He's actually like showing himself as if he picked the wrong hole or picked the wrong gap. And bam, you just want to squeeze off of them line right there. They built a little wall for you. And look at that lean. Bam. And of course, the guy gets off his block to close that gap. And he comes up and make a tackle. But if he misses that tackle or if he doesn't get off that block in time, you out in the clear, bro. But you still got, that's an NFL type of cutback, and you still got good yardage from it. Bam. Cut that back. Ooh, that's beautiful. Look at that. You see how you scrub off that line? This is what NFL backs do, bro. What the good ones, at least. You see how you kind of press up in there? Fop. Cut it off. Beautiful. Gaining 5-6 yards. Beautiful run. But the run blocking and the pass blocking on this game, I've never seen it in any game before. It's unbelievable. I mean, even the momentum tackles, like when you get tackled going upfield. Oh, cut it up. Ah! I was trying to do a little move on him, cut it up on him. Good run though. Good run. And I like the run game in this game the most out of anything. But there's a little Le'Veon Bell stutter step I be doing. I think I said it earlier, but oh, great tackle. Man, I was about to clear out on him. All right. But there's a little stutter step you can do. And I hope they gave Deshaun Watson his proper speed. Now, Now, mind you, if you look up there at the top of the screen, that corner is single on my guy. So I'm gonna send my guy on a little outside fade route to the sideline. And depending on the side that the corner takes, I'm gonna try to hit him on the outside. Bam, he gave me the outside shoulder, back shoulder throw. Easy. And it's on rookie, of course, so the defense will probably play that a little bit tighter, but you get him on a little back shoulder throw. Even if he was behind him, you can still get that back shoulder throw in just to kind of get him enough just for, oh man, they challenging it. He probably didn't tap them toes, bro. Bump. Nope. He didn't catch that in. You can do, there are receivers that can do the little toe tap and stuff and bounce, but uh, of course up here on 2K8 they have badges and you have to actually get equip a certain badge for that type of animation. Wow, they actually gave me the first down. He shouldn't have got that. That challenge should have been going the other way. Cut. Oh, that was a beautiful cut. Look at that, bro. Look at this run game, bro. I'm sorry to keep doing this, but look at this run game. Look how this O-line blocks and how everything developed in this. Bam. It just feels real. You got them two lines in the middle. They double teaming right here because he doesn't have a man and he doesn't have a man on that side. That's how you block in the NFL. And bam, right here. I saw this guy coming right here, so of course my immediate thing was to try to bounce it out and get right in between this little gap because he pancaked that. This is a beautiful run. I wanted to make one more cut to get it up in between those two guys, but of course he's not fast enough to do that. They just closed in really good. It was a really good coverage on that. But that looks like an NFL type of run and cut. It's like everything for the most part, I wouldn't say always, but everything for the most part seems to develop and the speed of the game seems to flow cohesively. And you're not having players that's webbed into other players. Like players have assignments, but they're not just tackling and webbing themselves into players. Oh, cut up. Great tackle. Man, that was beautiful blocking too. Beautiful run. Look at that. See that? Bam, cut it up. Foop, right up on him. Then he put a lick on him, boy. I should have let the lineman help me out a little bit more. All right, so we got to look. Oh, he left me that, so I'm going to get that first down. I'm hitting square on the out route. There's no way that cover could corner that. Good, yeah, good defense. I expected him to back up in like a zone type of feel, but let me go to run it for this first down. Hopefully they'll let me get it. And they only got two linebackers up. Oh, Lane. Great defense. Well, not great defense, but good tackle. Good open field tackle. I should have put a move on him. But they have this stutter step move in this game that is at the time, and even now, that Madden just can't replicate. But at the time, it was probably, they had it in 2K5 too as well, if you guys remember. But it was one of the best things to have in a game for running, for like running backs and wide receivers. I'm going to show you guys. Bam, you do that little stutter and then cut it up. But that kind of gives you that Le'Veon Bell type of move, and it allows you to kind of to be patient when you're picking your holes. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. If you watch the running back, watch what he does. His little stutter step. Bam. He comes out the backfield, gets the rock on this side. As you can see how everything is developing, your hole is going to be on the butt or behind this lineman right here. So, but you still want to give a little move to kind of throw him off. So I always like to get my little stutter step move right here. As soon as I get the ball, do a little chop. Actually, he could have hit that hole straight up. You do a little chop and then bam. Bam, that little chop. Now, I'm going to show you guys the other move. If you got a lot more space, there's another move you can do. And if you press it towards the side, towards either side, you'll get like a full blown string of animations, and it's fire. It's like a cut up animation. I'm gonna show you if they let me do it. You see how you cut up like that, but you wanna actually do that, and of course, you could do that in a hole or anything, but get you a nice little cut up animation. I know I'm running a lot because I just like to run the ball. Plus, I'm a Lamar Miller fan. All right, let's get it. Great angle. He still got the first though. I think he tired. Didn't seem to have ran as fast on that play. So I'm gonna read my defense first to see where I want to go with it. I think I can get box on that out route or L in that slant. The circle could be good on that slant, but that inside guy seems like he got him. But I don't think that linebacker is going to stay there. So I'm going to be reading that linebacker to see what I want to do. And if not, I could just get my check down. But linebacker move, got him on the slant. First down. Bam, got it. And right on the goal line, so why not? Second inches. Either I'm getting the first down or I'm going to take it in there. I might just do a dive, bro, but I don't think I need to do that. Got him. Easy. Walked in there. Let's get it. I'm back. I had to check some messages. All right, let's get it, boy. APF. So the reason why I'm working on the rosters though is because, and kind of I think why everybody else is too as well, because I think all of us are, of course, we're fiending for that sim football type of feel. I love those type of tackles that when they do that. but we're fiending for that sim football type of feel. But then also too as well, I think that there's going to be that we're going to be able to um, people want to do like franchises and stuff because when I do my franchise, I plan to put the difficulty up a bit, but I also want to do. Oh, that should have been a pick. But I also want to probably do a franchise with a lot of minutes in a quarter, with accelerated game clock, but do as realistic football as I can. Um, and of course, it doesn't have that 2K5 presentation and franchise feel, because in 2K5, the franchise and presentation, everything was just phenomenal. It was one of the greatest works of art I have ever seen. And I would say second was Madden 2005's franchise. Their franchise in 2005 was phenomenal as well. It was unbelievable. But hopefully we can hopefully we could probably get that type of feel again, dude, cuz that jump was crazy. Crazy nice, and I want to be able to do that again. Let me I want to try a different team out. Let me see. And I'm going to show you guys the user teams that I have so far, but so far, the user teams that I have are the Bears, the Cowboys, the Texans, the Titans, Falcons, Bengals, Broncos, Lions. And now I don't know if all of these are up to date like they should be because I think I kind of chose the user teams universally. But the jerseys and everything is up to date like they should be. So I'm gonna try the Cowboys, and I'd probably do Cowboys versus Chargers because I actually want to see the Chargers jersey in game. So I'm gonna do Cowboys versus Chargers. I hope it doesn't freeze. And this is the blue that I have for the Dolphins, and that looks as close as possible that you're gonna get to their jerseys. But it looks really really good. Because some of these teams actually freeze on an emulator, and it's probably because some of them aren't complete fully like they're supposed to be. But hopefully the charges work. Let's see. Let's check and see. Oh yeah, work. All right, good. I haven't tried all of them, so I'm only trying some. As you can see, they got the Cowboys jerseys. Of course, they you have to use the faces of old people. That's like 40,000 years old. These old heads, man. You know, football back in the day was totally different from them. That's when they was wearing leather helmets and they was out there trying to kill each other, bro. And I don't know how much they was making. They had to be making about $100 a game or something, which probably to them was a lot of money. Oh, cut back. Think I try to cut it back again. All right, let's see what Zeke gonna do out here. I didn't change his. They gave him this. They gave him Walter Payton's high step in this game, which is kind of annoying. So that's really the only thing you can use. But the Charger jerseys, let me look at them up close because I kind of like how they did the stitch on some of these jerseys. But the Chargers jerseys are actually pretty nice. Let me look up close. Done pretty well. I chose these ones because they felt a little bit more like the Chargers jersey. I didn't like the other ones that I saw because everybody has their own different form of jerseys, but these felt very, very close to what you would get from. Let me see. Yeah, it felt very close to what you would get from a Chargers jersey, as you can see. And same thing over here. You see that stitch up there? And look at the detail on that. That's really good. That looks really good in 1080p. I'm pretty sure that would look much better on I'm pretty sure it'll look much better on 4K, but even if you look at these Cowboys jerseys, man, these things look good. Look at that. The helmet looks almost the Cowboys is probably the closest to out of all the jerseys I've seen with the couple together with another one, a couple of them. The Cowboys is probably the closest that you're going to get to like an NFL type of jersey up here, but you see that helmet, everything, and mind you guys, this is 2008, bro. Almost 10, 11 years ago. So they was doing it right. Oh, bounce out. Oh, they gave him Walter Payton's high step. Crap. Which I mean, after when I watched Zeke, he did kind of have a little bit of that type of like move or whatever. But all right, let me hit this. That out route probably not gonna be open, but I'm gonna check that safety. Safety went that way, so I got him right there. Bam. Dang, I overthrew him. So I'm probably gonna be doing a little bit more passing this game because I hate. I don't hate Walter's high step. I just don't like it on other players because I don't use it. So we got probably got Box on that out. He's out there by himself. I mean square. L1 on the inside slant, and I think I could get circle on this out route right here. But that's not gonna give me that first. But it may open up stuff for two players. So, yep, I got him. Well, he dove inside, but I tried to dive out actually. Hey, but I got him though. All right, let's see what Zeke gonna do in this run game, bro. Now I may end up having. Oh, they shifted the line, but I was gonna say I may end up having that outside, but this inside gonna be middle. All I gotta do is cut it one way, then go up. Good, good. That was a good recovery. I had me a hole right there. All right, so I'm looking at that hitch, but I think that inside linebacker is gonna cover that hitch. But if he does, I can get triangle across the middle, and he didn't cover it, so I got him. Bam. But it's like when I play Madden, man, I don't get that real NFL type of feel. Even if you even put a drive together, there's only certain type of passes that even really works up there, and it's because of how their system is. Oh, oh, you got it, bro. Let's get it. Whoa, hey. I'm not even a Cowboys fan, but I know Zeke don't do stuff like that. All right, let's get him a little play action. All right, I might hit triangle on this out route because I think they're in man, or I can get square right on the back shoulder. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get square on this back shoulder fade or triangle on that inside slant. Those are only two people I'm looking at, and I don't have either. But dang, great defense. All right, so let's see what we can do in this defensive drive. I should have picked two user teams actually, so I can switch in between both of them. I'm doing an all linebacker big blitz on first down. I'm gonna go ahead and nah, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna back them up a little bit. Ooh, nice spin move. Ah, you see that? I actually like that, bro. When the reason why I say I like it though is because you see he actually reached for the player. He didn't just get an automatic tackle because he was close, and you could tell that this system is completely free. Look, I tried to do a little hit stick, but he reached and he didn't get him, and bam. It mattered. He would have probably been tackled on that spin move. And those spin moves, of course, in the game, of course, they're not autonomous neither. You don't. Everything is strung together. So the moment you do a spin or a juke move, you get caught into an animation, and you don't determine whether or not that animation actually wins or not. It's the game that does. So it's really kind of like four people playing in the four. It's two users and two computers that's actually playing the game. Well, it's actually one computer really. All right, bro, let's get it. Let's see if we can take one to the crib. Take one to the crib, boy. Oh, they gave it to me. Foop, foop. I'm going to cut it this way, then cut it back. Bam, cut back. Ah, I wanted to do another cutback. Dang, that was some good coverage. I ain't mad at it. Let me see if I had any. Now, I told you guys, bro. This joint got the most fire kick return blocking. See, I probably could have just bounced that outside, man. I had a whole, yeah, I had green grass over here. I thought I can get that backside cut and then, bam, cut it back this way. I thought I can do that. See, I was trying to get back across that lane, but when I turned, I should have used a move. Yeah, he caught me right on the cut. All right. Well, next time I'm gonna stutter him up. I wonder who Cowboys' backup running back is. Let me see. Even if they did these. All right. Somebody put Tavon Austin at running back. Hey, let's do it, bro. What's up? Tavon fast too. Who is Z Martin? What the crap? Man, this jump been like this the whole game. You want to help me change it now? All right, let's get it. Bang, bang. Bro, what? All right, so whoever made this roster probably didn't do their depth chart. Of course, if you do the depth chart, then you know you can't have multiple people playing the same position, playing multiple positions. But it's been going on all game, so I'm guessing the game probably didn't notice it. But Zeke is probably going to be in this play. They're probably not going to put Tavon into the next play. So they're up on us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to a pass, and I'm going to put this cornerback out there by himself. Got him. Bam, right on the sideline too. See, that was no animations, bro. That was just straight autonomous play. Beautiful. Great pass, touch right on the sideline. Look at that. That was nice. That's good. All right, let's see what this boy do in the backfield. Now, do they actually put Tavon Austin at running back? I'm not sure. Man, this dude's so little, bro. All right, I'm about to put some speed on him. Foop. I tried to get that cut back. All right, let me see if I can get some on the outside with him. I'm going to switch the play side. And then I'm going to motion gallop over here. Just give me some extra cushion on this side so I can make some plays. What's up? Oh, yeah, that boy fast. Why does everybody have this Walter Payton high step? Who put this on these players? See, the high step comes up whenever you try to do the little stutter juke moves. So that's kind of like Walter Payton's signature, but up here, they kind of, whoever made the roster probably didn't notice it because at the bottom, you're supposed to take it off of that. Oh, got him. I should have put a move on it. See, usually I like to do my little saucy type of stuff, bro. All right. All right, let's get it. We in there. All right. Man, that was just one quarter. My goodness. Let me see what I want to do. Ooh, you got square on that slant, but he's going into traffic. I don't think they're going to cover that area. Yep, he is. Get him across his face. Nope. I should have hit that outside check down. I was hoping I can get him when he crossed his face. But of course, those who not playing, y'all watch the field much more than the people who's actually playing. All right, I think I got him on his out route. Nope, don't. Dang, Dak, you slow. Got a little measly 5 yards from it. He's still slow, though. Oh, this is easy first down. Right up the middle. Oh, man, he missed that block, but that was good. It was a good look, though. Why you challenging folk, bruh? Now, mind you guys, because this is, you can only have 42 players on the roster, you're not going to always get that, those 3 back. It depends on who makes the rosters, because I think that it's more important to have 3 running backs than it is to have three tight ends. But I think sometimes when you make the rosters, they require that you have a minimum amount because the rosters are originally made with 42 players. So 2K, they disperse them in a certain type of way. But I don't think 2K had in mind that people would start modding and doing all types of stuff, you know, to kind of keep the game alive. Ah! I should have stiff armed him. I tried to truck him, bro. Look at this beautiful cutback. Foop. Block. Scrub off of him. Of course, that linebacker should have made that tackle, but it's on rookie. So he missed it. I'm gonna do that stretch. Okay, I could get square on this out route. Just kind of get a little bit closer to the end zone. It might turn into a touchdown. Or I could get him right at the pylon. Yep, let me do that. All right, so square a hot route. And that corner's playing off. I highly doubt he's going to jump this route that quickly. Right at the pylon. Foop. Got him. Allen Hurns, boy, Dade County. And yeah, these need to be updated because Allen Hurns is not actually on the Cowboys anymore. The Dolphins just recently signed him a couple weeks ago. Got him, boy. I don't go for no extra points, bro. I'm playing for fun. Let's get it. Oh, they not ready for me. Let me see if Zeke got some power, bro. I'm gonna put a little charge on him. Oh, hey. Let's get it. And that's my last one, man. I think y'all got enough for the field. But this is on, mind you guys, this is on the emulator, man. And it's actually running really good. For the emulator, for the most part, it's going to, because the game on PS3 runs between 30 FPS, the emulator will be running about 30 FPS. Now, if you have a really, really good CPU and a really good graphics card, my CPU is an i7, 8700. I mean, 87,000. Yeah, 8700 i7. And it's running really, really good. Now, I have a pretty solid CPU. I got 12 gigs of RAM, and I have 2 graphic cards that comes with my CPU. Of course, it's not a gaming computer, but for somebody who does have a gaming computer, you should be able to get this to run at 4K 60 FPS if you wanted to. So, hey, who knows, man? Let's see if that can actually happen. Let's get it, bro. Shift the linebackers. No, shift them the other way. Oh, that could have been a pick. It's on rookie, so the CPU doing dumb stuff. Like floating the little 5-yard in route. 5-yard hitch. Let's get it. Oh, nice swim move. Oh, that should have been a pick. Look at that swim move. That jump actually just looked fluid. He can't catch, bro. Jump went straight through his hands. That's supposed to be a pick. Now I think with the I can honestly say with the emulator, not with the emulator, with 2K8, I think in the passing game for the most part is like very good. But when it comes to like short, intermediate routes and stuff, um, it doesn't have the best physics because the ball it tends to linger in the air sometimes with the player. But it's because they have made their system so autonomous that it's you won't always have like that smooth gameplay all across the board. Because I even noticed it with 2K5. So you had to make the like you had to throw the ball when the receiver was just on his break, and the quarterback had to be on his bounce, or it'll affect how everything flows after that, which kind of for the most part makes sense. So if you do it right, you don't have to actually worry about that stuff. But if you do it wrong, you really will notice the ball will kind of float and linger in the air. So, all right, let's try to get it, bro. I'm going all the way. Doing blitz, everything. Let's see if we try to stop them. I highly doubt they're gonna be stupid enough to run, but if they do, then may the Lord be with them. Ow! They got it. Dang, nigga. All right, let's get it. We still in there, bro. All right, my player's getting tired. I like that 4-4. You can't run it so much in the NFL now because people pass a lot, but the 4-4, if you have two safeties on those outside linebackers, can really be ran, especially if you are trying to protect a run while somebody's running shotgun with four wide. You can lock all that down. You just only have one safety help over top. And if you have that, then he's either going to be taking deep middle or is he going to have to pick a side and read the quarterback's eyes. But the only safeties I know about that can do stuff like that is like Troy Polamalu and Ed Reed and a couple other people. But mostly Ed Reed, he could cover like a whole field by himself. And not because he's fast, but he's just extremely intelligent. So he kind of know where the ball going to be going. He even be baiting quarterback sometimes, bro. Oh, let's get it. He should have got that at his hands or did a deeper drop. Stupido. Man, this game seemed to be going so much slower than the last one, dude. That's crazy. All right. Hey, man, let's see if we could do something with a little punt return. I think this is going to go into the end zone. But, hey, if it doesn't, I might have to sauce him up. Ah, man, he put some hang time on it. I ain't calling no fair catch. Oh, broke the tackle. D. They took some good angles, man. But that's why I plan on updating the speed and different type of stuff on characters so that there could be a lot more of a speed disparity between the slow and the fast. Because up here, fast players doesn't always like just leave people in the dust like they're supposed to. And slow players, of course, I mean, you ain't really supposed to be leaving nobody in the dust anyways. But, yeah, it doesn't always give you that smooth separation of speed. You have to have a really, really fast player to be able to do something like that up here. Put a clock on him. I put the clock on him, bro. I put the clock on him, bro. Oh, hey. We got to clamp him up, bro, so we can get the dub. Got to clamp him up so we get the dub, bro. Let's get it. I Ain't no way he got a 143 passer rate. He only threw for 78 yards, man. All right, let's get it. Let's go there. Oh! I jumped outside. I tried to shift my defense, bro. I'm tripping, yo. Hey, I'm going aggressive. I called it. I mean, it was in a run formation too as well. So, hey, that's the key in the NFL today. That's the reason why some teams are failing. Bruh, I'm a Dolphin fan. I don't even like the Patriots, bruh. But I realize that's one of the reasons why they're so good because they know how to disguise their plays to where you don't know what they're going to run. They use a lot of deception in between the lines. And when I say that, I mean like with most NFL teams, their deceptions comes, most of them, not all of them, but their deception comes on draws. Oh, picked him. Got him. But their deception comes on, draw plays and reverses and, little end arounds and that different type of stuff. But the reason the Patriots are so good is because sometimes they put themselves in run formations and they usually pass out of it pretty often. And you'll notice, and they usually go for the 5 and 10-yard passes. Tom Brady is not always trying to get 15, 20-yard passes down the field. He kind of let the receivers work for him. But that's what most NFL – oh, dang, I try to get a lane on them. That's what most NFL teams fail at is that they don't always know how to disguise their formations. Because I know when I watch a lot of football, I can almost obviously tell when they're about to pass or when they're about to run, especially when I watch my team. But I know when I watch the Patriots, I never get that. It's almost like I don't really know what they're about to do. And the situation sometimes may cause for a different type of play calling. But, man, I think more of their success is due to Bill Belichick than it is to Tom Brady. I know people will kill me for that, but that's just my opinion, bro. If you don't like it, bro, shoot me the fade. Truck. Put the shoulder on him. Hey, that's a typical Zeke run, bro. But he would have probably made more out of that situation, that open field. Put that shoulder on him. Fop. All right, let's get him, bro. Let's finish him off. I'm going to do a little bounce in, then a bounce out. Whoa. I think I could get that backside. Yep, I got it. Ah. Man, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Because when I got up to the line, it looked like I could have kept going through my hole. So, yeah, look at that. Man, that part of like the Red Sea. Yep, I should have just stayed through my hole. I wanted to get that backside, but that guy penetrated a lot more than what I was expecting. Yep, I should have stayed in my course. They trying to deceive me, bruh. All right, let's get it, bro. Back to the game. All right, I'm taking them straight up the middle. I might be able to bounce this out, but I think that I got this middle actually, so I don't need to bounce on this. Oh, cut back. Woo! Got him. Oh, that's beautiful run blocking, bro. Look at that. Everybody collapsed on the hole. Got him on the cutback. Feet, foot. Look at this. Now, the hole was originally open, but by the time I got the ball, that guy, he was going to, this linebacker right here, the weak side linebacker was going to come and close that up. But look at this run blocker. This just looks like NFL run blocking, dude. I mean, it just looks like every single player has an assignment. It just looks real. See, that linebacker comes across. He actually overshot. right here. This guy right here. He was originally coming to close the gap, but he took a good angle to overshot, so he compensated as if the guy's going to go upfield. And bam, all I had to do is hit that old line one time, foop, get that little pop, and then cut the other way. He thought I was going that way. Quick cut, foop. Got a scrub off of him. And of course, you got this guy on the backside, but he's not fast enough to get me. Get a couple yards upfield. Bam, end up getting the first down. Hey, bro. You carrying the squad. Come on, man. Come on, Zeke. I'm not really even an Ezekiel Elliott fan, but I like his game. I think that he's like a top tier running back. I actually rated on my Facebook page. I actually put my top 10 running backs I believe that is currently existing in the NFL, and most people are surprised. Oh, I tried to bounce outside of him, but he ain't got that type of speed up here yet. But most people didn't really agree with my list. They thought it was crazy. Because I had like Ezekiel Elliott at like 5 or something. Then I had like Todd Gurley at like number 9. But I have my reasoning behind my list, though. Which, if you're a true NFL fan, then you would agree with me. A football fan, period, you would agree with me. And the reasoning behind it is that when you're rating a running back, and most people don't realize this because they only look at the highlights and they only look at stats. But for those who are like real NFL fans, you don't just look at that. You look at what a player did with least amount of help. Like what got him to the second, third level touchdown. And the players that I rated the highest was the players that I realized that they did more work in order to get their touchdowns and to get their I'm either going to have them on the floater. I'm going to have him right at the pylon. What should I do? I'm a loft him over top because I don't think he's going to get it. Nah, he got too much position. Hit him, bullet to the outside. Ah! I made the wrong call. Oh, he hurted me. Dang. You got me, bro. You got me. All right. But like I was saying, when you're rating your running back, you have to do it based off of the actual skill set of the back, not the skill set of his O-line. And some backs are very skilled. It's just that their O-lines are probably very good, so you don't really always see how skilled they are unless they are in a dire situation. But it's the same reason why, somebody like Barry Sanders, who had the worst O-line in history of NFL, probably behind the Dolphins, because my squad that year we went like 16-1, and we was going crazy about winning one game when Greg Camarillo scored that touchdown. Like, bro, our O-line was horrible that year. It was ridiculous. But Barry Sanders had a horrible O-line, but it's the stuff that he did in spite of that people coined him. Oh! That people coined him as being like the greatest back of all time. Now, I think it's between him and Jim Brown, but I kind of put him above Jim Brown because he just has a lot more like skill than Jim Brown had. I mean, Jim Brown was just extremely fast and extremely strong, and he had good cuts and stuff too as well. But Barry Sanders was very nifty inside of the hole, and just with like he was just nifty. Period. Like he just did things that normal people just couldn't do. Jim Brown did too as well, but the reason why you rate those backs so high, although he's not nearly as high as Emmitt Smith on the rushing list, but it's what he did with the little amount that he had. And he actually showed that regardless of his O-line situation, he could be successful because his good decision-making, his good vision, but not only that, he really did things to defenses that other players just couldn't do to them. So that's why you rate him that high. So my list, I had Le'Veon Bell at first, which I put him at top because anybody that watches Le'Veon Bell, you know that his running style can work in any offense, and it's because of how smart and intelligent he is. I should have hit him on that out route. I'm going to get this first. Oh, I'm tripping. Oh, I'm tripping, bro. But I had Le'Veon Bell first. Then I I had who I had second. I had Saquon Barkley at second because first of all, that dude is extremely fast, quick, and powerful. Oh, got off the block, bounce him. Oh, oh, put the speed on him. D, I'm about to put the speed on him, bro. Hey, hey, bro. I see you, Zeke, but I put Saquon Barkley at second. I put that Walter High step. Oh, oh goodness. Hey, nah, we gotta look at that one on the side, bro. Hey, that was fire. Foop, foop. Look at that blocking, bro. This looks like an NFL type of blocking. Like the lineman shot up field, he let him go, missed the tackle. Bam. Now I could have kept it straight, but this safety was coming over here, and I figured I have a little bit more leeway since I have more help and block on this side. Look at this. This is no strings attached, bro. This is like a pure run. So bam. Bounce it up. I was gonna bounce it right there, but I was like, nah, let me take it out some more. Foop, foop. Hit him with that Walter 101. Ooh, that just looks smooth. But nah, that Kona put that speed on me. He didn't let me get away. I thought I was gonna get away from me. He let me get away, yo. All right. Well, I put Saquon Barkley second because when I watched his like film and stuff, he showed the most skill like outside of like patience and stuff, but his decision making and stuff. But he showed so much skill, explosiveness, speed, all of that type of stuff. I only put Le'Veon Bell first because I just didn't feel I put Le'Veon Bell first because I didn't feel comfortable. Like I felt like his prowess took him a lot further than Saquon Barkley's athleticism. So Saquon Barkley was second, and then third I put Adrian Peterson. And the reason why I put Adrian Peterson third, I know most people won't agree with this, but AP actually had a pretty solid year last year. But AP makes some really, really good, skillful decisions behind the line, even at his age, and where people disrespected him the way that they do. That's touchdown. Where people disrespected him the way that they do, like he shows so much like skill before the line of scrimmage, and even at the second level, that to me, like I just couldn't put him any lower than that. I just didn't feel comfortable. And at fourth, I put Kamara, and he was the most impressive back that I seen out of all of them, mainly because this dude was so poised when he run the ball, bro. Like he runs with so much poise and so much relaxation and so much chill that I think for him, I think he's probably going to end up being the best back in his current class right now, even above Ezekiel, above Todd Gurley, above. An interesting fact, I actually played in high school a couple years against Todd Gurley, and I don't want to show the highlight film because one time he actually smoked me on the sideline. I was playing linebacker at the time. I took an angle on him. And it was so embarrassing because it looked like I was running slow motion, bro, when bro took off on me. And it was crazy because that game I was snapping on them dudes, bro. I was juggling up yards on them. Well, actually, that wasn't a game I was playing back, but yeah, whatever. I put Kamara first. He's the most impressive to me, dude, because he was such a poised and balanced runner. It kind of shocked me a little bit, to be honest with you, because I actually felt he was mostly just like a catcher out the backfield, but that dude ran in between the tackles with so much like poise and balance and confidence. And he didn't seem like he was so fast, but his speed and everything was so under control. And I put him fourth because he just made such great decisions with the ball in his hands. And he just showed so much like pure skill. And at fourth, I can't remember who I had fourth. I think I had it was between Philip Lindsay and Ezekiel Elliott. And I put them close to each other, but I think I put Ezekiel Elliott fifth, my bad, behind Kamara. And the reason why I put him fifth is because Zeke showed some very good skill at the second level with the ball in his hands. But up until then, everything was just due to his play calling and offensive line. And when I watched his like successful runs and stuff, I was shocked at how much like how good their O line was. Like it was unbelievable. Like everything that he did well on the. Oh wow, these niggas just gave me a 20 to 30 yard punt. He didn't score. Yo, what the crap, nigga? Oh my gosh, bruh. Yo, what the crap, nigga? All right, but with Zeke, most of his runs, like the hole was parted like the Red Sea for him, bruh. And with something like that, to me, it doesn't really take much skill to do that. So I didn't always see how he dealt with adversity before the line of scrimmage. But other than that, everything else, he's just a very skilled back. And I honestly believe that if he did have that adversity, he would like easily overcome it. But I just didn't see much of it, so I it was hard for me to make a call on it. But at fifth, I had Philip Lindsay, and mainly because that dude, it's crazy. Ain't no way he fully white, bro. It's impossible, dude. Like I just don't believe it. When I saw the ferocity and the skill at which he ran the ball with, and he can't be fully white because he got like black people hair, bro. He got like a little afro hanging out his helmet. Like I even look at Christian McCaffrey because Christian McCaffrey was on my honorable mentions, but I even look at him and I don't think he white, fully white, bro. But he looked like a straight up white, blue eyed Caucasian. So I guess he is. I'm tripping. So nah, bro. What you mean, bro? I'm going for it. And then at sixth, I had Melvin Gordon. No, yeah, it was Philip Lindsay at six, and then it was Melvin Gordon at seventh. And I put Melvin Gordon because Melvin Gordon had a lot of explosive runs down the field, but he needed a lot of help from his O line in order to get there. But down the field, the one thing I noticed about him that was so good is that he was extremely fast. And Philip Lindsay was extremely fast too as well. There's certain backs that while their 40 may not be the best, Melvin did have a great 40, but their speed doesn't always transfer to in the actual game, because the game doesn't slow down for everybody the same. So for some people it slows down, they're used to it, and they know how to run at their maximum speed and be fully there. But for some people, they're still like they're in another world when they're playing football. That's kind of how I was for most of my football life. Until I got older, I was actually in the actual game. So it's a difference between the two. But Philip Lindsay is extremely fast and explosive. Melvin Gordon showed a lot of speed, but he broke a lot of tackles down the field, which actually shocked me. And that's kind of why I put him on the list. And then I had um, um, Todd Gurley. I had him at eighth or ninth. I can't remember where I had him. But the reason why I put him so low is because he most of his runs were because his O line was just great. And Todd has extremely good speed. So he's always been fast. He's actually, for some reason, it seems to me, he's a lot slower now than what he used to be in high school. But it's probably because I think when he went to Georgia and in the NFL, they decided to put a lot of weight on him because he wasn't always that big. But back in the day when you ran track, he just seemed like he was just much faster. Because he was more built like a track star than he was a running back. He was actually built like a wide receiver, so he wasn't really big like he is now. But that's a dangerous combination to put that type of weight on somebody that fast already. You're gonna have a deadly person you working with. And but I put him that low because I just didn't see anything really special. Like all I saw mostly was just great blocking, great play calling, and him taking advantage of it with his speed. And that's why he made the list. But I contributed most of his success to other factors as opposed to his own like quickness, agility, ball carrier vision, all that type of stuff. And the person who I put 10th was Lamar Miller. And the reason why I put Lamar Miller is because he had some really great breakout games that was solid. And then he had some games that probably wasn't. But I put Lamar Miller last because, one, he's extremely fast. So I had to kind of put him up there because of how he uses his speed in game. But Miller does a really good job of using his speed in between the tackles that gives him a beautiful and a nice burst. But also he's very quick in between the tackles too as well. And he just doesn't fight for yards. And he's always been that way, even when he played for us, for the Dolphins. He doesn't fight for yards much. He just kind of takes what the defense gives him. but he was extremely fast, and he showed a lot of quick ball carrier decisions between the line up into the line that end up getting him into successful runs. So, oh, cut back. Oh, they gave me the outside. Dang. Dang, this dude's slow. The speed disparity is not fixed up here yet because fast players are not fully fast and slow players are not fully slow. So we got to fix that. Hey, man, I'm going all the way, bro. I'm trying to get it. All right, I might have that middle. Yep, I got that. I got that. Got him. You just got to look at the defense, bro. See how they're responding. I'm gonna get L on that corner. Bam. Let's get it. Don't ask me how I see that. I'm a prophet. I mean, for those who don't know this, most quarterbacks make their decision before the ball even snaps. But they use one or two other options as a check down just in case their option is not available. So any good quarterbacks already know what they're going to do before the ball is even snapped. Ding. And if they don't have that, you either run, you hit your check down, or you just throw it out of bounds. But in the NFL, the game is so fast that you can't just be staring and looking at for everybody. You literally got 3 seconds to make your decisions, and you got an extra second to make the pass. Max. You ain't got no more than that, so you have to make it work. Oh, got him. On the run. Oh, he overthrew him. That's crazy. I gotta let them score, bro, because I've been playing this junk for an hour and 30. They better not be running. It jumped off sides. Nah, give it to him. Hey, I might be able to chase him down. Oh, who that is flying upfield like that? I'm about to catch him. I like that running for him right there. I had to give it to him, yo. That's supposed to be Melvin Gordon without the dreads. Man, why didn't 2K put dreads in this game? People had dreads back then around that time. I'm saying back then like they was old. Well, all right, guys. It was nice playing some 2K football with you all. Hey, I'm just ready for 2K to come out, bro. I'm not talking about football. I'm talking about basketball. But hey, I'm ready for 2K to come out, bro. We about to run it. But hey, that's it, bro. Turd jugglers all day. And we're going to have them rosters done soon. Oh, this is so cool. I like when they show the highlights. And see, Madden will never be able to have this type of presentation. Even though this is old and it's like just a figment of what ESPN 2K5 was, they won't be able to ever do stuff like this. And it's probably because of, one, they're pretty lazy. You can just tell how they make their games. But then also, too, as well, I don't think Madden is willing to change until competition comes. And my hope is that 2K makes another football game to actually challenge the competition that Madden brings. Hey, look at that. Speed. Foop, 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 foop. All right, bro. I'm out. I'm done.